Hi Denise, yes it's me, and hi to anybody else that's wanting to listen to this. This is a little recording to help people to make a bit of a decision if we're needing to make a really big change in our life. Sometimes it can feel that although we know what we're supposed to do, we absolutely know what we're supposed to do. It's like, yes, I'm going to do this, and yes, I'm going to do that, and you know, and it's all great, right? So, and we know what we're supposed to be doing, and yet sometimes we absolutely just don't seem to be able to make those changes. Just don't seem to be able to make those changes. So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes, and I'm going to carry on talking, and I'm going to get you just to close your eyes for a minute, and I'm going to get you to just concentrate on your breathing for a minute, just making sure that each breath in lasts the same length of time as the last breath in, and each breath out lasts the same length of time as the last breath out, just to allow yourself to quieten. And while you allow yourself to quieten, just be aware of your body wherever you're sitting. Just be aware of your arms and your legs. And then just scooch down, get yourself nice and comfy. Just scooch right down into the comfort of where you are. And just relax as much as you want to. This isn't exactly a self-hypnosis session. This is just a relaxation visualization. When we get a little bit, stuck, it can feel like we're in a battle. So what Denise and I were talking about today was how it can feel sometimes. It can feel like you're in the trenches. It can feel like you're in a ditch. And that absolute ditch is filled with mud and water. And you're there and you're thinking, well, I'll just be here for a bit. As long as I keep my head above water, on some level I'll be okay. But in that ditch is all this thick mud, and it's just pulling you down, and it's just clogging up every single thing in your life. And if you just look over the ditch, you just put your head just above the ditch, you'll see that there seems to be this battleground. But beyond this battleground is a beautiful meadow. And in that meadow you can see long green grass and beautiful meadow flowers and maybe horses grazing. And the sky's blue and the sun's shining down. And yet you're sat in this ditch. And while you're sat in this ditch, there's a part of you that's thinking, why am I in this ditch? Why am I in this ditch? All I need to do is just climb out of the ditch and run across this barren land to get to that beautiful field on the other side. And there's another part of you, there's a little voice in your head that's saying, oh no, you don't want to do that. You want to stay under the firing line. You just want to keep your head down. Keep your head down. You can keep your head above the water, but keep it down. Don't let it get above. Because you know what? If your head pops up above that ditch, well, you might get shot at. And so there's a part of you that's saying, just stay down, just stay down. And that part of you is absolutely doing its best for you as it sees it. Absolutely doing its best for you as it sees it. Because that part of you is saying, whoa, it might have been that in the past you put your head above and you started to climb out of that ditch, and when you climbed out of that ditch, well, you got shot right back down again. You got shot so far back down again, and it hurts so much on so many levels that there's a part of you saying, you don't want to do that again. Just stay in the ditch. It's wet and it's muddy and you're being clagged and you're being pulled down, and it does feel at times like you're absolutely drowning, but as long as you keep on paddling enough, just enough to keep your head above water, it will be okay here, you know? And if you look around, there might be some bits in this ditch that kind of distract you from how grotty this ditch is. It might be that, I don't know, there might be a glass of wine, or there might be food, there might be chocolate, there might be all sorts of things, video games, all sorts of things that could just distract you from the point that you're stuck in this ditch. And yet there's another voice. There's another voice that's saying, yeah, but look at the field over there. Look at the field over there. It's green and it's beautiful and the sky's blue. So you just poke your head up out of the ditch, and you can see that beyond that battlefield, beyond that field that you've got to get across, beyond there is blue skies and just this amazing, beautiful meadow. Well, maybe there's a way. Maybe it's actually a definitely there's a way. There's a way to be able to get across that battlefield. And you know, sometimes when we're needing to make changes, it feels that other people in our lives are going to create battles, and they want us to stay in the ditch for their own reasons, and that's, you know, their path, and they're wanting to do that. And sometimes that battlefield out there is all in here, all to do with us, all to do with our own fears, and it's got nothing to do with anybody else. But sometimes it's also got something to do with somebody else. Whichever one it is for you, as you're just sitting in that ditch, be aware of the mud, be aware that it's cold, be aware that you're wet and cold, be aware that it's taking an awful lot of your energy to continue to doggy paddle and keep your head above the water. Be aware that you have actually got some real strengths. You've got some armour already. You've got some skills and some abilities. So just for a moment, sit and think about your strengths. And if you haven't thought of any quite yet, just have a look around, because in that ditch, alongside those distractions, the wine, the video games, the food, telly, anything else, along all of that, there are some gifts. There are some abilities that you have that are your protection as you want to run across that battleground. So the first thing you've got, quite frankly the most important thing you've got, is your light, your strength. That comes from the source and from the energy of who you are. And you know, even if you thought it had gone, because you may have been in that ditch for a while, huh? Even though you thought it had gone, hadn't gone, still there. And so just for a minute, just connect into that universe that you know you're connected to. Connect into that amazing source of energy. That source of energy that you are. that source of energy that is that beautiful, amazing universe, the cosmos, multiverse, all of those different dimensions. You belong to all of this, and you came into this life with all the skills and all the abilities that you need to get across that battleground. Oh yeah. Just feel that light flowing in as you connect up to that amazing source energy. Feel the light flowing in. Let it flow into your heart. Let it flow into the warrior that is you. Warriors come in many different forms. I know. And when we find our warrior, there's nothing stronger. So find that light. And then have a think about allowing that light to flow out around you and build you up. Feeling that light flowing around you. And as it does, you can start to watch as it highlights your skills, your abilities, what you are able to do. You are an amazing, incredible human being. And the only reason that you've been sitting in that ditch for as long as you have is because you didn't believe how amazing you were. So let that light flow. And then maybe pop your head up, over. Oh, look, can see over there. But whoa, there might be guns and cannons and landmines and all sorts of things out there. And you can hear that little voice again going, don't go, don't go. But the light in you says, I gotta go. And you get that light and you make it stronger and stronger until it's absolutely surrounding you, shining out from every single pore of your skin and your hair and your eyes, flowing out from your heart. And you climb out of that ditch and you start to walk across that battlefield. And as you do, as the bullets come in, as the cannonballs come in, if somebody decides to try and send you back down to the ditch in any shape or form, each time remember your light, your strengths. So see yourself walking across that battlefield. See yourself being able to deflect the bullets, deflect anything that gets thrown at you. See yourself being able to handle any tactics. And you keep on walking. You keep on walking. You have your path to walk. Your path is your soul flow. Your path is absolutely where you are meant to be going, and there are beautiful things in that field over there. There are amazing things in that field over there. It's just giving yourself the strength to do it. And as you just think about that now, you think, how would it be if you stayed in that ditch much longer? No. Time to climb out of that ditch now. Time to walk across that battlefield. Whatever comes, you can handle it. You got strength. You got purpose. and you've got a much greater purpose than sitting wet in that ditch for the rest of your life. No. Time to climb out of it now. Come on. And as you climb out of that ditch and you start walking across that field, feel the strength of who you are. Yeah, it's okay sometimes to be a bit scared. That's okay, it's all right. That's really human. That's really human. But don't let it stop you. You can do it. You know when you get to that field, you know. There's so much there waiting for you. There's so much there waiting for you. So just imagine yourself in that field. What life is like when you climb out of that ditch. And know that you have the strength, and you have the skills, and you have the ability, and you have been told it. Life has told you in so many ways. So I'm going to count from 1 to 5 now. And when I get to 5, you'll be able to open your eyes. And when you do, have a look around you. Have a look at your life and decide what parts of your life might be that ditch. What parts of your life you are ready to clamber out of the mud. Know that you've got the strength to do it. And know that there are many people out there available who have the time and the love to help you in any shape or form that you need. Whoever you are, whatever ditch you are in, you have the skills and the abilities to get out of it and get into that field. 1. Knowing everything that's been said today has gone deep into the subconscious. 2. You're listening to this on YouTube, and you can come back and listen to this as often as you want to. 3. Each time you listen to this, let those visualizations get stronger and stronger. Allow yourself to find that strength, that light. 4. Take a really nice big deep breath in now. Oh, give yourself a stretch. Oh, great. And 5. Open your eyes. Hi. Okay. Glass of water. Chill out. Yeah? See you soon. Lots of love. Bye.